Over the last while, probably pretty much since we started our business, we got a lot of people coming to us saying, young people are digital, so we need a digital campaign. We need to touch them with social media. We need to build a mobile app. We need to do something to connect with young people. And while we agreed with a lot of what they were saying and we got a lot of great success out of what we were doing, I think what we started to realize was that this young generation needed to be understood more. That it was more about trying to understand their values and the heart of a millennial than it was to just blanket say that they're all into digital. This started to buck with our kind of belief systems, and we had a big crisis of belief, which led us into this idea that we needed to understand the millennial persona. So we found that there were these like main disruptive forces, the fact that they were digital natives, that they were misunderstood narcissists. And we found that these kind of were blanket issues that sat underneath the millennial generation. But then we realized something which kind of blew our hair back a little bit. What we realized was you cannot blanket a value system over the millennial generation. That it's such a large generation that you have to find another way to be able to understand them. You needed a way that helped you to be able to understand the fact that you could have a hipster and someone in the same category who shared old school values. We worked around this idea and realized that there are archetypes, and there were 7 of them that we found. And we don't have time to dive into them, but you're welcome to download the report. But essentially we realized that these archetypes are the hipster, the Techspert, the Millennial Mom or the Millennial Parent, the Eco-Warrior, the Anti-Millennial, because someone's got to buck against something somewhere along the line, the Old-School Millennial, because not everyone's going to catch up, and then finally the Upscale Millennial. And those are the 7 archetypes that we've worked out. And what we found is if we use them and we bring that to light to find new ideas to be able to connect with people digitally and in the marketing space, we find that at that point we're actually able to connect with the hearts of people using technology, which is the point all along. When you start to see the millennial generation as diverse as this with 7 different archetypes, you then start to realize that the millennial generation as a whole, and we're seeing this across most of the customer base, they will use various different forms and channels to get in touch with you. So what we're finding is that you cannot have one single channel to market, but you can't have a multi-channel approach, which is what most people and marketers are doing. They're saying, well, I have my TV channel and I have my radio channel and my digital channel and my app and my this and that. The problem is that as we create journeys for these people to walk towards our business or to engage with our brands, millennials today are jumping all over those channels. They create their own way. They map themselves to you. They're technology savvy adventurers finding their way to your product, and they're not cash cows that just get herded where you want them to go. When we start to understand that, then we understand that actually you need an omni-channel strategy. You need a way to be able to connect across all platforms with the same message to all of your customers. And when you do that, millennials find their place and are easily able to navigate their way to your front door to do business with.